everybody. Today we are going to do June's Club Couture. I have done this transfer 4 times. This will be the 5th time. Still plenty of life left in this. And we're just going to put another dash mark on here so I know how many uses I've gotten out of it. We are going to use a palette board and we are going to wax it first because it is wood and it is porous. We're going to do hot mess method with all of the colors that are getting ready to retire that are still currently available on the chalk site, but they are going to be leaving by the end of this month or beginning of July because we have new colors coming that always replace our on vogue colors. So we don't want you to miss out on those awesome colors. Alright, we are going to fuzz this real quick, and as you can see, there's not a lot of transfer. There's a lot of silk screen. So it's not going to take much to do this. And like I said, we're going to do hot mess method, which is one of my favorites. I'm going to fuzz this. And then let's buff this wax out just so we know it is good. Alright, I'm going to move you guys down better so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. What I like to do on the palettes is you can see that there's little holes like from a brad nailer. I like to line the transfer up on that. Just makes it a little bit easier. Visually, I usually can get it like that. So it works really well for me. Alright, so we have all of our on vogue colors. This is eggshell blue, wild lime, shimmer violet, shimmer flamingo, and peach cobbler. They look wonderful together, very summer, super cool. So when you do a hot mess method, what you do is you're going to pull out at least 2 colors or more, and you're going to dab it all over, and then you're going to pull it through all that silk screen. It kind of gives it almost kind of like a camouflage look. It's really super cool. So we are going to get started. I like pulling each color out, just kind of dabbing it as I go, filling in some spots. Now obviously you're not going to pull any of this color and put it back into a jar. You're obviously know you're not going to do that. So you want to make sure that the more you do this, the more you'll know, okay, that's way too much paste, or I don't want to waste that much paste. And you can always add more in if you're like, that was not enough. You can always do that. This is just a fun way to add pops of color. And on a palette, it's not a one and done. You can sand these down and redo them. Just FYI. So if you think you can't, you absolutely can. I always wash my stir sticks as well because they're reusable, and your squeegees are reusable too. So keep that in mind. You always want to just kind of eyeball it. I love it also because it never turns out the same ever. Unless you're really good at putting it in the exact same spots. And I mean, maybe you are. I am not one of those people. Just FYI. So if I do hot mess, it's going to turn out different every single time. And yes, you can do shimmers with regular paste as hot mess as well. So just keep that in mind. A lot of people think that you can't do the two together because one is a little bit different texture than the other. But yes, you can. So we're just going to pull it through, covering that silk screen. And you can see it's going to get like a muddled mess. You can see that. So I like to just kind of go back over top of the spots that I've missed or spots that didn't get any paste. Just kind of pull it off there. So you can see there's quite a bit still on here. So I'm just going to pull that off using the squeegee. going to make a mess. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That will happen. It happens every single time. All right, we're going to sit this. Let's grab a new wipe so we can clean off that. Get my fingers cleaned off there. And we are going to pull. You can see that a little bit got on that palette board, but don't freak out because it can be washed off. I have not dried it yet. I'm just going to use that baby wipe. And look, you can't even tell that it was there. So now we're going to dry this. And you can do hot mess method also on shirts or like textiles with ink. Absolutely can do that. So just keep that in mind as well. Kind of get like a tie-dyed effect. This up so you guys can see. And there is our hot mess method. I love the hot mess method. It's one of my favorites. Obviously the ombre effect is really cool too, where you take two colors, you go down so far and then you mix it all together in the middle. Super awesome. Love it. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you are not a designer, please click that SAJRE button. Spread the love for me, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye guys.